My name's Lindzi Campbell-Rorvick. 1997, I was the first woman hired on the fire department. My job title is I'm a fire captain. I grew up here on Park Point, next to Lake Superior. I've been here basically my whole life. I really value kind of community-minded space, and I think that in Duluth, and Superior, you have the opportunity to see your neighbors and integrate more with them on a kind of a smaller level, which is something that I value and appreciate. And I think that we put so much money and time into training. We put a lot of money into physical fitness, but I think that we need to spend more time talking about mental fitness and mental health. I've been with Superior Fire Department since August of 1997. It'll be 23 years. My father's a police officer, my grandpa was a firefighter, and at the end of the day, I think that I just naturally gravitated towards the helping profession. I guess that when someone calls 911 because they don't know what to do, I like stepping off the truck and being there to help them. So this side of this truck is where I sit. This is the company officer side or the captain side. I've been a fire captain, I think about 8 years. My job is to kind of look at the big picture, make sure that everything's being done safely, make sure that everyone gets to go home the next day. I talk on the radio. I'm usually the one that's going back and forth with dispatch, and then if we need more resources, I'm the one who calls for more resources. And then the other side of that is to teach, and foster the new firefighters as they come up. Now, as I've gotten older, I've realized that little girls look up to women that are doing typically male-dominated jobs, and they can kind of see themselves in that. I own that proudly. I have a few gray hairs probably to prove it. I really enjoy what I do and who I do it for, which is the citizens of Superior. I live in Duluth with my family. One biological son, and then my wife, Shelley. We're a licensed foster care family. Being a foster parent is rewarding. We've had several kids that come through. One of the things, being a kind of a queer family, 2 moms and a kiddo already in our household, it was important for us to try to support other queer youth that were in the foster care system, because foster care is hard enough, but being queer on top of it, it makes it that much more complicated or layered. So we wanted to really have a safe spot for certain kids to land. This is Station 3, this is Engine 3, and this is the station that I work out of predominantly. We run medical calls, we obviously run fire calls, we go to car accidents, so we have equipment special for car accidents. We think of our fire trucks as kind of a big toolbox, and we have lots of different tools for different types of calls. Sometimes when the fire department comes, that's your worst day, but that could be our everyday, and that takes a toll over time. I decided to go back to school for psychology and pursue an actual degree in therapy around mental behavioral health support. I think that although it's getting much better, there was not a lot of therapists locally that have a lot of experience working with first responders and doing trauma type of therapy. It's a certain kind of style of therapy. And so I went back to school so that I could kind of bring up some of that middle ground. My goal is that by being able to literally, I've done a lot of these things, experienced a lot of these things to try to break down some of those barriers. Anytime you're open and you're honest and you're kind of authentic about your own experiences, I think people are more likely to be receptive to those. And so by creating conversations within the fire station, conversations within the community, I think that it is bringing us into the right direction.
Funding for Intersections is brought to you by the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.